Retail versus institutional investing. Bitcoin ETF. This video is about Bitcoin, guys. Okay, we right now are in the era of retail investments or retail investing in Bitcoin. But the day the BTC ETF gets approved, guys, we will be ending the retail investment era and introducing the institutional era. And let me tell you, that's going to be a hell of an era. What do I mean by institutional? This video is about Bitcoin. Obviously, if you're not involved with Bitcoin and you want to know, this is a good video. If you don't want to know anything about Bitcoin, I respect it, then this ain't the video for you. But if you want to change, potentially, if Bitcoin does what it's supposed to do, change you and your family's dynasty, and I'm serious when I say that, because Bitcoin's either going to go to zero or it's going to change the world. This is the video for you. What it's going to do is it's going to introduce a lot of institutional investors into Bitcoin. Okay, right now it's mainly people that are speculating, people that hodl Bitcoin or whatever, and it's mainly just regular folks like me and you, right? But when these institutions get involved with Bitcoin, I'm talking about big countries, banks, companies, people with high net worths, like the guy I talked to and orange pilled him last week or whatever. He even told me that a lot of his friends are waiting on the Bitcoin ETF to get approved. Big companies that have a lot of assets under management, like BlackRock and Larry Fink, who's the most powerful man on the planet. He has over 8 to 9, 10, 11 trillion dollars under management. Fidelity has about 4.5 trillion, and many other companies. There's about 27 trillion dollars of companies with assets under management that are getting ready to buy Bitcoin and to represent Bitcoin. Not all 27 trillion, I'm just saying. They're gonna be selling Bitcoin like it's no tomorrow. What does this mean, right? Assets under management. It means, let's just say you have a portfolio with Fidelity, right? You guys, have your 401ks or whatever, and you got different stocks, you got different bonds, you got REITs, REITs, you got this, that, and the third, and then they charge you a fee, like between 1% and 2%. Then if you make a certain amount, they'll charge you 5 to 20% per year, or whatever they'll charge you, and they just manage your funds, right? And most people, 95% of the people on the planet that have portfolios, they have financial planners or managers taking care of their portfolios. Well, a lot of people don't want to self-custody Bitcoin or buy gold and silver physically. Most gold and silver that is bought is on paper, right? And that's what's going to happen with Bitcoin. Bitcoin has just gotten approval of the most powerful man in the world, Larry Fink. And Google who Larry Fink is, by the way. Now he's saying Bitcoin is a flight to safety. It's better than leaving your hard-earned money in cash. He's saying Bitcoin is better than cash, which it is, right? These companies are going to promote Bitcoin like it's no tomorrow. And the day that is approved, the ETF, when the United States of America, big companies can put people's portfolio into Bitcoin, that is going to change the world, okay? I'm telling you right now, while we're still into the retail investing era before the Bitcoin ETF gets approved, I think it's going to be approved early first quarter next year, but some people think it's going to be this year. It could be any time between then, but it's like basically a 99% chance it's going to get approved, guys. I mean, the probabilities say it's going to be approved, and when it does, the prices are going to go sky high. Why do I say that? The price went from 27,000 to 35,000 in two little strokes, just like that. Once it went from 27 to 30, when somebody lied or made a rumor saying that the Bitcoin ETF got approved on some, exchange or whatever. They made a lie or made a mistake or whatever. I think BlackRock just did that just to see what's up. And then what happened was they did that, and as soon as that happened, the price just skyrocketed. And it was just a rumor. It skyrocketed within a few minutes. Then the next rumor, I think it was the next week after that, BlackRock actually put the name of the ETF on their website, and that caused the price to go up. It's at 35,000. You know what I mean? When this really happens and this institutional money really comes in, I'm talking about billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars into a scarce finite asset like Bitcoin. Because remember, a lot of people do have gold and silver on paper. You can't manipulate Bitcoin like that because it's a finite supply. Everybody knows there's only 21 million. These prices are going to go skyrocket. They're going to go sky high. Now, I'm not telling you this to scare you, right? I'm not saying you're not going to be able to get into Bitcoin, this, that, and the third. Bitcoin right now is 35,000 a coin. Guys, in USD, mind you, USD that we have trillions and trillions of dollars that we printed over the years, the last 3 years, and since 08. We started with hundreds of billions, now it's in the trillions. That's a steal, ladies and gentlemen, for a finite, scarce asset. Listen, learn everything you can about Bitcoin, right? Don't believe me. Don't trust me. We have a saying in Bitcoin. We don't trust anybody, right? It's never trust, verify. We don't depend on any system, any government, any country, any third-party verification, nothing. It's all about the rules and the math of Bitcoin. Don't trust me. Trust Larry Fink, by the way. He's the one that's saying it's a flight to quality, not me. So get in while it's still in the retail era. It's not going to be too late to be in the investment era, or then, the institutional era. But you're going to pay a lot more for it. Again, you don't have to buy one Bitcoin, right? A Bitcoin is broken up into a thing called Satoshis. There's 100 million Satoshis in every Bitcoin. What I would do if I was you is I would read the Bitcoin white paper, learn everything you can about Bitcoin, but buy some and put some away. Okay, just buy it, right? Get on Swan, SWAN, download that to your phone. That is a Bitcoin only exchange. It's really good. I'm using that one now. They'll charge you a 1% fee in US dollars to buy Bitcoin. And they're a very reputable company, and you can buy it, and they're all for Bitcoin, man. Swan, I would definitely do it for Swan. Buy it with Swan. Cash App's good too, but it's a lot more. It's about 2.5 to 2% fee, depending on how much you buy. But the point is, get some in your portfolio, man. The worst allocation you can have to Bitcoin is zero, guys. You got to get off zero, whether that's your knowledge of Bitcoin or what you have in your portfolio of Bitcoin, right? I'm going to be making a lot of these videos. And again, I don't know the future. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Nobody knows. But the probabilities say Bitcoin's 15 years old. It'll be 15 officially January 3rd, 2009. And it's TikTok next block, guys. It hasn't stopped. Every single around 10 minutes, a block will come out and 6.25 Bitcoin will be mined every 10 minutes. And next year, when the halving happens, it's only going to be 3.125 Bitcoin. We hit a historical mark last week, guys. Of the 21 million Bitcoin, we hit 93% of the Bitcoin that's ever going to be mined got mined. 93%. So now it's a little bit more than that, 93.001 or whatever. So we have less than 7%, 6 point something percent of the Bitcoin that's ever going to be mined is going to be mined over the next, from now to the year 2140. We have over 19.5 million Bitcoin that's been mined. The year 2140, that's when the protocol stops and won't mine any more Bitcoin, right? This is the most finite asset on the planet. Do me a favor and learn as much as you can about this asset. This asset, if it does what it's supposed to do, it will change you and your family's life. I'm not telling you to sell anything for it. I'm not telling you to get rid of your gold and silver. I'm not saying any of that, right? But maybe sacrifice a cup of coffee or something and buy a little bit and put it away. But the main thing is learn about it. Learn as much as you can. Front run these banks. Front run these countries. Front run these multi-millionaire and billionaires and governments and all these people that are going to be buying it, because they're going to buy it. They're doing it now. You know what I mean? But not officially. And when that day happens, when that ETF is approved, guys, you don't have to trust me. Verify. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to happen. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.